to the top of page 3 then. The vas deferens, the scrotum, epididymis. Okay, so this down here was the scrotum. It got chopped, but that's where the testy was inside of that. Okay, the vas deferens. A second. Are right here on the back. Here's one of the vas deferens, there's the other vas deferens. These little things coming up here and coming over here are the ureters. Okay? So as I said before, the memory trick was water flows under the bridge. So these are the vas deferens here. Those are the ureters underneath. Here's the bladder, as I mentioned. The epididymis I showed you before. The spermatic cord is this whole entire thing that's coming up here. So there's the testy, there's the epididymis. This whole structure that's going up like that is the spermatic cord. Penis, dissected now, is actually this long thing here, and it's attached to basically the anterior surface of the abdominal wall. That's the opening, that's the urethral opening. And the penis itself, I sort of dissected out here, but that's it right there. What's next? Penis, urethra. The bulbourethral gland, if I can find it, was down deep in here. So this is urethra going down. This little nubbin thing right here is the bulbourethral gland. There. Can't try to pull it out. There it is. Okay, that's the bulbourethral gland. Over here, let me back this up a little bit. Oops. This is the bladder, as I mentioned, that's between my fingers here. Whoops. Flip it all around. So there's the bladder. Go closer. No, this is a bad view. Okay. So umbilical artery, bladder in the middle. This is the urethra going down. This is where the bulbourethral gland was. At the base of the bladder, which is right in here, is where you find the prostate. Let's see where it is. Someplace. It's sitting. That's right there.
This prostate?
Yeah, hold on a second.
It's so tiny.
Yeah, this thing right here is the prostate gland. Kind of got mushed a little bit. Okay. That's the prostate there. Seminal vesicles. You know what? I was trying to find these before. They're usually really, really tiny. And I didn't see them before on this pig. So I would say don't worry about the seminal vesicles. If I find them at some point, I'll shoot you a picture, but don't worry about those. Testes I showed you, the oviducts, fallopian tubes, the ovaries, the uterus and the vagina. Okay. So here's the fallopian tubes again. The uterus, it's not really dissected out, but as you can imagine, if you follow the ends of the fallopian tubes down, this structure that's behind there actually represents where they're coming together, and that represents the uterus back there.
So we can't see it.
You're not really seeing it, no. It's just kind of the convergence of the fallopian tubes. Sitting back there. The uterus, vagina. Wasn't really dissected out internally, but externally, can see things pretty well here. That's the anus right there. Okay, just a little bit of stuff. This is, let me go in closer. Get the this is the opening of the vagina right there. No, she's having a huge clitoris. All right, that's the clitoris. All right, yeah. It's insane. Anyway, so yeah, that's the opening of the vagina. That's the opening of the anus then there.
What about the umbilical?
The umbilical, okay, so the umbilical arteries and veins. Let me go back to this picture again. Hold on, who has a better one over here? Actually, let me go over the male again. Okay, so just to back up, this is the male again. This is the bladder in the middle here. The flanking the bladder on either side are the umbilical arteries, and there's two of them, and they're going up towards the umbilical cord, which is on the skin. So umbilical artery, umbilical artery. The umbilical vein, on the other hand, is always attached to the underside of the liver. So picture this being like this. This little guy over here is the umbilical vein. Okay? One umbilical vein, but then two umbilical arteries. Okay. All right, let me put the pig away and show you some of these other models.